Hey, what's up YouTube? This is LostSoldier978 here with the deck of the month for this month. And also, I think I'm going to be doing more decks this month because I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been doing videos in a while, so I want to get some more videos up-to-date videos, so you guys can enjoy watching. Hopefully subscribe to those new viewers. This deck is pretty good. Before I get started with the whole deck, I want to give a shout out to the guy who, I want to give credit where credit's due to PD Tamer 03. For those of you who don't know who he is, his name is Josh Thomas. He is the one who, in my opinion, put Moja on the map. No disrespect to those who innovated Moja, such as CPF on Yugioh and any of those people who like Moja. But Josh Thomas took this deck to Shonen, did pretty good with it, and got a featured deck profile on it from Columbus deck. His link's in the description bar, and also his link. He gave me the deck. He gave me the decklist idea because I actually want to play Moja, but he gave me it. So mostly this whole deck is basically his. But like he wasn't getting able to post it up just because like he's been very busy. But yeah, here's the Moja deck. I'm gonna start off with 3 Mojas. Obviously, come closer. Obviously, the main card in this deck, if you guys don't know by now, if you guys don't know its effect is basically when this card destroys off battle, sent to the graveyard, get a level 4 beast monster from your deck to your hand. So not from your deck, from your graveyard to your hand. So it's really, really good, in my opinion. It recycles a lot of cards in this deck. Yellow, black attackers, I like to call that card. Moving on to King of the Beast. The boss monster, the strongest monster in this deck in regards of non-tuner monsters, non-synchro monsters. 25 beater, 800 defender. Basically, when this card is, you can summon this card from your hand to graveyard by tributing a Moja. You guys don't know, like a Moja, these cards. And it's very much get over a lot of things, and it's pretty summoned in so many ways. Very versatile, in my opinion. 3 Airbellums, the main tuner of the deck. Basically, most of Theory Bra on steroids. Level 3, Synchro Cat target. I think that's, and Hamster target as well. Basically, you can, when this card plays battle damage, this card, and it's also hand control. Moving on, 2 Giant Rats. One of the engines in this deck. You know, you can pretty much search out your Mojas, your Hamsters. You can search out pretty much a lot of these cards that are in this deck, and also you can give it to your opponent for your creature swap. 2 Super Mega Hamsters. The main engine in this deck, one of them, the second key engine in this deck, pretty much to get things going. When this card is flipped, you can summon 1 level 3 beast type monster from your deck and put it face down. You can basically get your Mojas, your Airbellums, your Rykos, mostly all the majority of this deck. 1800 defender as well as a wall to level 4 lower monsters. And also it's 11 defensive attack, so it kind of has a little bit of pop in its step. 2 Beast Strikers, 1850 attacker. When this once per turn, discard a card from your hand. There's only Moja from your deck. The combo is if you have this in your hand, you could just summon this card King of the Beast. Bring out Moja, should be Moja for King of the Beast. You have 225. You have 2 beasts in the field that your opponent has to overcome. And it gets over like 80, like the quarries and stuff that haven't got summoned yet. Rescue Cat. This is basically, as most know, most beast decks now, especially Moja decks, go by the Synchro Cat, go by the Rescue Cat engine. Pretty much you can get out your Mojas, your Airbellums, your Ryko, and your D Crazy Beast, which I'll get to later on. Get to the 1 Gale for the shrink, another tuner. I'm gonna explain more of it later on because it actually combos with my extra deck, which I'll get to in a bit. Sangan to search out pretty much most of these cards like Rescue Cat, Moja. You pretty much search out like 80% of this deck. And on to the spells. No, it's not spells. Sorry. I'm rushing this YouTube. DD Crazy Beast. This is if you guys do not know, this card is actually pretty good. A 1400 attacker and 1400 defender. When this card, any monster that battles with this card gets removed from play. Instead, any card this card destroys is all battle gets removed from play. It's a rat target, it's a hamster target, it's a Sangan target, it's a rescue cat target. It can pretty much be searched out to a lot of many different ways in this deck. It's basically like a banisher as well. So, okay. One Summoner Monk, it's just basically to get out the main card, Rescue Cat. And if you can't get Rescue Cat, you can get out pretty much these cards if you want to, that is. So, one Ryko, preferably for destruction of back row, and also the milling engines. You can mill at your King of the Beast in your graveyard, and also hamster target. For spells, this deck, the spells are not, there's not a lot of monster destruction, but it's more of a control-based type of deck, and that's where these come from. 3 creature swaps, a game changer in my opinion, not a game ender, a game changer, because you can just give your opponent, the opponent has to give you monsters. If they have 2 beasts in the field, you can pretty much summon any of these monsters that you have, and then creature swap them, and then pound on them really bad. And you can take control of your opponent's Armor Master, JD, maybe a Heraclinos if you're lucky, if your opponent overextends a lot. Pretty much, it can actually change the game, and it helps a lot. Mind control and brain control, basically to control your monsters, the synchro. This can be a game ender. It's just synchro with Airbellum and Gale. One Heavy Storm, just basically spell destruction. You always want to protect your King of the Beast. 2 Smashing Grounds. This deck needs monster destruction, so Smashing Grounds is really good, especially now that it's at 2. 2 Pots. You mill a lot in this deck, and it's also good draw power as well. You mill quickly and you want to get your card back to redo what you gotta do. MST and Trunade, staple spell destruction. And on to the traps. 2D Prisons. Now with Starlight Road, a lot of stuff running around nowadays, you want some destruction. So this card pretty much removes the cards that you need to get out there. 2 Bottomless, staple. I'm gonna rush through this because I don't have a lot of time. Torrential Mirror Force, monster destruction. Trap Dustshoot. You can side this out if you want. I might be putting this in the side deck. But this card basically destroys any card, and especially against skill drain, royal oppression, and all that. And Trap Dustshoot. If you get this out, opening hand, you can win the game. Like 70% of the time. Now on to the extra deck. There's some choices, but Android, Flamefield. I feel this card is really, really underappreciated. I usually put this in most of my synchro decks. Especially with the format being slow, people setting a lot, this card really comes in handy. When this card inflicts battle damage, this card gains 300 attack, and it pierces. You can really do a lot of damage. Brionic, Yugioh, Ancient Fairy, Airbellum, Black Rose, Demon the 8 King, Dark Tuner. Like I said, this is why I have Gale in my deck. Pretty much the synchro of 1 Dark Tuner and 1 non-beast type tuner. Level 7, when this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spells and traps to the end of damage step. When your opponent is going to declare an attack, discard 1 card from your hand to negate the attack. Basically, you can use Gale to synchro with Beast Striker, Hamster, Rat, to bring it out. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. 2 Starless Dragons, 1 Thought Ruler, Colossal Fighter, Red Dragon, Mistworm, and Gothams. Usually Gothams are usually a staple in most beast decks, because you run X Sabers, Egg, and Airbellum, so it really helps. And this one too. So yeah, this is my Moja deck, courtesy of PD Tamer. I might change this up a bit, but comment, rate, subscribe. If you guys are interested in deck, PM me. I might, I probably make a deal with you for this deck. But I really like it, and shout out to PD Tamer. You're a good dude. Check out his subscription. I think he might have a contest going on, but I'm not sure if it's still going on. But just check him out anyway. He has some really cool deck ideas.